So as you saw, I am going to be doing a Call Me By Your Name film journal, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys what my process is, because a lot of you guys have been asking me what my process is, so I just figured it'd be easy to show you guys in this YouTube video instead of a minute-long TikTok. The first thing I do is I look for a picture of the movie poster, and I like it to be high quality, so I look for the picture with the highest quality so it doesn't look too blurry on the journal. So when I go paste the pictures on the Word document, for the poster I usually do 3 pictures in various sizes, and that just helps me see which picture I need that fits perfectly in the space I want to put it in. The second picture I try to find is one where 2 of the main characters are in together. Like, I wanted to use this one with Elio and Oliver, but then I realized it is the exact same picture on the movie poster, so I'm not going to use that. For this movie, it did take me a while to find a picture I liked, but eventually I settled on this picture of one of my favorite moments in the movie. I like to dub it the scene where Oliver realizes he's in love with Elio, and it is my favorite movie scene. One of my favorite movie scenes in this movie. Again, I just try to find the picture with the highest quality possible, and I am also duplicating the picture but making it a little bigger. So now I try to look for some pictures that have some sort of symbolic meaning in the movie, like the peach. I also wanted to include the flag of Italy, but I just thought it didn't really fit the aesthetic of the spread I was going for. And again, I'm just duplicating it and making it a little bit bigger. I also like to include a still of my favorite scene at the bottom of the spread, and for this one I chose the scene where they're bicycle riding. I was going to include that picture of Timothy Chalamet riding a bicycle, but I also wanted to include Armie Hammers, so I decided on this picture. I also wanted a picture where Timmy was facing the front because I really like his Talking Heads shirt. It's one of my favorite things he wears throughout the movie. This scene where Timmy is reading a book and Armie Hammer's doing whatever the heck he's doing is also one of my favorite scenes in the movie. It's very early on in the movie and I love it. I also wanted to include the picture of Timmy crying in front of the fireplace after receiving a call from Oliver, because it is such a moving scene and you can really feel his heartbreak through the screen. I also wanted to include a stock image of old vintage books because I figured that fit the aesthetic of the whole Call Me By Your Name movie. And also because Elio reads a lot. If I am ever stuck on what to paste in the Word document for the spread, I just like to go through some of the pictures and see what pops up, and what popped up in my brain was Elio and Oliver's Star of David necklace. So I searched one up, realized that a necklace was kind of hard, so I just searched up Star of David and I found that picture. Another image I really wanted to include was this one of Elio looking out the window, but I already had the bicycle pictures and it'd be too much clutter if I had included it. But here are all the pictures that I chose for the spread. So now I need to start on the actual journal page, and one of the first things I do is I search up a picture of the title with the font and everything so I can copy that down in my journal. Then I start cutting the pictures. Cutting the pictures is one of the most time-consuming things I do besides the title, because sometimes the title takes me such a long time, like the Scott Pilgrim one and the Lady Bird one. Those took me an annoying amount of time to do. I figured I should tell you guys a little bit about the movie while I'm cutting. The movie is called Call Me By Your Name. It was released in 2017 and it stars Timothy Chalamet as Elio, a 17-year-old, and Armie Hammer as Oliver. I can't recall how old he is, I don't know if they say it, but he's older than Elio. The movie takes place somewhere in northern Italy in 1983, and basically the whole movie is about Elio and Oliver's relationship. The movie is based off the book by Andre. I'm not going to say his name because I cannot pronounce it, but also I think we're not supposed to talk about it anymore because he's allegedly a pedophile. But it was directed by Luca. I'm not going to say his name either because I cannot pronounce it. It is such a beautiful movie. The cinematography is amazing, and Timothy and Armie Hammer did such a good job in this movie, and I love everything about this movie. I know a lot of you guys have been requesting me to do this movie for a while, and I've told you guys the same thing, that I've been wanting to read the book first, but here it is. Here is my Call Me By Your Name spread. I've also been wanting to do this spread for a really long time because it's a beautiful movie and I love the whole aesthetic of it. So now I'm moving on to the tags. These tags are inspired by the Moleskine film journal that they had a couple years ago, but they aren't doing them anymore. Tags I used for this movie are starring, date/country, when/with, director, awards, review, rating, and genre. All of these are self-explanatory, but the one I get the most questions on is the date/country. I get all of my information from IMDb, and there it tells you when it came out and the country it came out in. So it came out in Italy and France on January 19, 2018. And for the color I use, I just kind of have an accent color for all of my spreads. And for this one, it is yellow. So I'm using a yellow Crayola Super Tib for the background and a blend pen to write the words. I also totally have to give credit to Silver Party Pants on Instagram. I've always seen her movie journal spreads floating around on Pinterest, and I really wanted to do some for my top movies of 2019 in my bullet journal last year, and I really wanted to continue that this year, but she uses the Moleskine film journal that sadly they do not make anymore, so I kind of had to have a makeshift one with my Leuchtturm 1917 that I got at Barnes & Noble. It is a very nice notebook. I think it is 140 GSM. I do not remember. It is a very good notebook. I used it for my bullet journal last year, and I highly recommend it. These are just colored paper / origami paper that I used to give my spreads a pop of color. I ended up using the darker blue one because it fit perfectly with the theme. So now I am moving on to do the actual spread, and I'm going to start off with attempting to do the title, and I'm super nervous, as you can tell. It doesn't seem like it would be a hard title to do. It's definitely not up there with Lady Bird. It's more in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before category, but yeah, it's kind of difficult. Now I'm just trying to rip the origami paper so that it can fit nicely on the page, and normally I would cut out the edge so it'd be a little bit more rounder with a puncher that I have, but I cannot find it at the moment, so that's very annoying. You see me gluing it down here with glue stick, but normally I would use a glue tape dispenser, but I ran out. So right here, I'm just trying to plan out where everything should go. I'm deciding what pieces I should use, if I should use the smaller one or the bigger one. And there's the glue tape. I have a small one, but I have a bigger one, and I ran out of the bigger one. That Starry Night washi tape is actually the only washi tape that is not from Daiso that I used in this spread. So I will be linking everything that's not from Daiso down below if you guys are interested in buying it. A lot of what I'm doing right now is just deciding where the tags in the picture should go so that the page doesn't look too cluttered. The reason I printed out the Star of David and the peach is so that there wouldn't be any blank space or very little blank spaces on the page except for the top of the title page. I don't like to mess with that. Later on, I'll also go in with some markers to add lines and zigzags to some of the open spaces so that it doesn't look too open. Normally, the reviews in my spreads are very whack, they're very lame, they don't give a lot of information about the movie, so I tried very hard with this one. This one just basically says, oh, amazing cinematography, amazing acting, which is what I write in all my spreads, but I tried to make this one a little bit more, I don't know, intricate. So yeah, and the rating on here is different than the rating in my letterbox. I gave it a 4.5 here, but on my letterbox it's a 3.5. I changed my mind on the rating while doing the spread. And here's just me going in with the markers to give it a little bit more color, to get rid of some of the white space. And there's the completed spread. I will definitely post close-ups of it on my Instagram, so follow me. The link is down below. Also, a couple of you guys have asked me what I do with the extra cutouts. I don't throw them away, I keep them in this little envelope that says cutouts. I have all of the extra cutouts, even from the first spread that I did. You see I have from Endgame, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Coraline, It Chapter 2, La La Land, Love Rosie. I have all of them, all of the extra ones, and I don't know what I want to do with them. Maybe do like a huge collage of them one day when I complete the journal. That'd be very cool. But yeah, that's what I do with them. I don't throw them away. I keep them. I don't throw them away because that's a waste of paper, and we don't waste paper here. So that was it for my first video. If you guys have any more questions, just leave them down below and I'll answer them. Also, leave a comment on what other movies you want to see me do next, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.